Hi guys, let's do a chit chat, get ready with me. It has been a hectic couple of days, let me tell you. My friend Dulce's coming over to have some wine and some appies while we watch the new episode of Summer Turned Pretty, so I kind of just want to get myself a little bit like put together, but it is definitely a struggle because right now none of my face makeup matches me at all. This is the darkest shade that I have. I'm usually number 15 in the Fit Me concealer, but we're gonna have to go in with 20 and pray that that suffices. But anyways, as I was saying, it's been a very hectic couple of days. I was in Mexico and I got back from Mexico on Thursday, or more so Friday actually, because believe it or not, I actually had a 26-hour travel day. So I got home at 5 a.m. on Friday and it was literally the worst day of my life. Like, I've never been so exhausted. Okay, that color match, honestly, could be worse. Anyways, we left Mexico City at 3 a.m. because we had a flight to Cancun. Because how we booked it is like our all-inclusive included round trip tickets from Cancun to Calgary, but our last stop was in Mexico City because that's where our concert was. So we ended up having to fly back to Cancun at the ass crack of dawn on Thursday at 3 a.m. and that flight also was really fucking expensive, and it also costs like 60 USD or some shit to check a bag using Viva Airbus, which was the airline that we flew with from Mexico City to Cancun and vice versa. So I don't recommend that for your airline if you're ever considering flying domestic in Mexico. But yeah, flew to Cancun and then we had like, I think like a 5-hour layover, and then we had another layover in Dallas, and the Dallas layover was only supposed to be 3 hours, I believe. Yeah, 3 hours, and it ended up getting delayed a total of 5 hours and 57 minutes, which was really not awesome. And because of that, like, me and the Dallas airport and me and American Airlines, we got beef because it just kept getting delayed and they were just trying to blame literally whatever they could for the delay reasoning. But in actuality, we just actually didn't have a plane. I don't know how that happened, but we didn't have a plane. We didn't have a crew for like the first 3 or 4 hours. And then when we finally did get a crew, we still didn't have a plane. So that's super annoying, and I am still trying to figure out like how I can get compensation. American Airlines is required to give you compensation if your flight is delayed up to a certain point. Like, if it's been delayed over 3 hours, you get like $400 Canadian. If it gets delayed like 6 hours, you get $700 Canadian, I think, which is really annoying because our flight was delayed 5 hours and 57 minutes exactly, so we were 3 minutes short of the $700. But nonetheless, I need to like do more research and see how I can get my bag. Something treacherous is happening outside right now. There's so many sirens. Anyways, so we ended up landing in Calgary at 5 in the morning on Friday, and it was my friend Taylor's birthday on the Friday, and we were supposed to go camping that day, but Emma and I had to literally postpone and go up on the Saturday because we were so fucking tired. I mean, yeah, like, I didn't end up sleeping until almost like 6, just like getting home and everything and like getting settled, unpacking some stuff just so that I could like brush my teeth and whatnot. Like, that was just a lot. So then we ended up going camping Saturday. I'm still pretty freaking exhausted at this point because I just feel like we did so much traveling in such a short amount of time because we did 4 flights. Like, we were literally in all 3 North American countries within the same day, which is insane. Like, I don't really recommend that to anyone, I fear. And then when we got home, my friend Emma and her boyfriend were moving on Monday. So we spent like all day helping them move. And it's just been like so go go go. Like I feel like I've had to do maybe like 100 million loads of like laundry and everything, and unpacking was just a whole shit show because I started unpacking for Mexico. I got all that in the wash and everything, and then I immediately had to pack for camping. I spent all day yesterday like actually rotting and just like doom scrolling on TikTok because I feel like I hadn't been able to in so long, which sounds like so stupid, but like I don't know, it's just like satisfying having like time to myself to literally just not have a brain. And then today like I finally like caught up on like emails and stuff and applied for like a bunch of jobs and finally like meal prepped and everything with my boyfriend, so like life is kind of returning back to normal. My next order of business is getting back into the gym or going to like a workout class of some sort because it's been almost 2 weeks now. But anyways, Mexico was so much freaking fun. We were in Cancun for 5 days. It was closer actually to Playa del Carmen, but kind of like on the border of Cancun and Playa del Carmen. And then we were in Mexico City for like a day and a half, which is where the concert was. I feel like we really lucked out because Emma and I were trying to get tickets for Gracie like literally everywhere, like specifically in like Boston and New York, like probably the two hardest places to get the tickets, but we had like 2 laptops like pulled up and everything, and the cheapest tickets at like either venue from what I remember, and in Toronto too, I remember we checked there, was like 600 USD for like nosebleeds, and we were like, oh my god, like fuck, I don't know if I have it in me to drop that much money on these tickets. And then we were like, okay, like let's just check Mexico City. Granted, we couldn't read anything on the website because it was obviously fully in Spanish, and at the time Dulce, who does speak Spanish, hadn't decided yet that she was gonna come with us. So me and Emma were trying to navigate this fucking Spanish site with literally no Spanish knowledge. All we could like figure out was that like the general tickets were like X amount of money in pesos. So when we did the conversion, it ended up only being $130 Canadian, which is so dirt cheap compared to what I feel like a lot of other people paid for these tickets. So obviously we bought them immediately, and it was also GA, which was really nice because we got a really good view of both Role Model and Gracie. Like we were pretty close honestly, which I feel like wouldn't have been possible if I didn't drop at least like $1,000 Canadian at another venue. So that was really lucky, and we got to make a little trip out of it, you know, like obviously how we gotten tickets like anywhere else, it would have been a trip regardless, but I feel like it's not very often that I'll be going to Mexico City for a concert, so being able to have a little all-inclusive time at the beginning of our trip and also spend like a day and a half in Mexico City was, I feel like, just perfect. But yeah, I am super happy to be home. Like I feel like I have tanned to my fullest potential. I don't know if you can like tell like on camera as much. Like I'm obviously like really peeling all over the place, but I feel like it's a lot more obvious like in person that I'm like freaking dark. Like this melanin was put to work throughout the entire trip, because I mean like Cancun was like 33 degrees every single day from like 9 a.m. until past 1 a.m. and the UV was like 10 every single day we were there at the all-inclusive, which was pretty nice honestly, because I mean like obviously whenever I go to Mexico, like the whole point is to come back like very tan. And it was also really nice because when we went to Mexico City it was a lot cooler, so it was kind of like refreshing after doing Cancun for 5 days to have some colder weather, and not have it be as like scorching hot. So that was honestly just perfect the way everything panned out. Anyways, with that being said, I think I'm honestly done my makeup. What did I even put on, you asked? Like I'm not sure, but I've kind of been, oh hi there. my boyfriend came home in the time that I was yapping, but I've kind of been into just putting Vaseline on my lashes as like mascara on like the days where I'm like really not doing a whole lot, because honestly like it does hold them up like pretty well, and that way I don't really have to like scrub them with cleansing balm later in the night to take it off. Also, my lamination's still holding up, guys, so I'm really happy with that decision. I would say my favorite part though about being tan is just like feeling like you need to wear less makeup, because the tan itself I feel like is part of the look, you know? So, anywho, that's probably all I've got in me today. But look, I feel like it holds up the lashes pretty well, honestly, with just some Vaseline on the tips. Anyways, I'll be back to regularly scheduled content very soon. Bye now.